Hello. I have emerged from the land of moving and starting a new job to bring you a new video. It's a little vlog from the long weekend. I read the Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller and it was a good time. So without further ado, here we go. The more I try to record in my new room, the more I realize that the lighting is horrid. I really need to invest in either a ring light or a lamp. I think I'm gonna paint my nails because I'm just vibing with it. I like do that maybe once a year at most. And I'm going to put on the audiobook of the Song of Achilles while I do that because I don't know, I've been having a hard time like keeping focused with reading lately, and I'm not really a big audiobook person because I find I need to be doing something else while listening to it. So maybe this will help me get through some of it. We'll see. Okay, so I spent most of the afternoon watching Pose, which is a phenomenal show, with my roommate, and working on my bullet journal for June. I didn't record a process shot of me doing that. If that's something that people want, again, let me know. It's just sometimes it's a little nice to be able to sit and watch TV while I'm working on it instead of having to set up my weird setup so that I can have my camera over top to record it. I've also chipped most of my nail polish off already, which is why I don't do this very often. Song of Achilles is good so far. I don't quite understand, but this audiobook that I'm listening to has bats just cycling through, flying at you. Maybe that's gonna be a thing in the story later on. I'm a little confused. The person who's reading it also makes Achilles sound like he's 25, and I'm pretty sure they're supposed to be 10 at this point. Unless, is Achilles older than Patroclus? I don't know. I should probably know that by this point in the story. Anyways, I'm gonna put it on and work on my bullet journal for a little bit. And yeah, I don't mind listening to audiobooks. I think being a gifted kid has ruined my idea of feeling like I need to be hyper productive all the time. And I think with audiobooks, I feel like I could read faster than them, and then so I get mad at myself because I feel like I could get more books in the same amount of time. So that's on things I gotta learn how to unlearn. But here we go. So I've noted that there's a weird amount of sexual tension in the story so far, and I'm trying to figure out if that's in the way it's narrated or if it's something that I'm reading into. Then I was thinking about it and I was like, it probably comes from the fact that we can't write good male friendships without there being homoerotic subtext, because we just don't, that doesn't exist. That's a big gap in literature. So I feel like that it's just me having to get into the ancient Greek mindset and try and understand a different way of perceiving society. But there's definitely a lot going on for them being 13, but I think that's also a different time type thing that I have to get in the mindset for. So it's good. I've been making some strong faces in reaction to the audiobook while I was working on it. But yeah, I think I'm almost 100 pages in now. I think I'm at 70 something, so maybe I'll try to get to 100 before I go to bed tonight, because I'm really hoping to get this done before the end of the long weekend, and I think I can do it. I think I can pull it off. So today is Sunday, and I've gone to visit my grandparents because we're all double vaxxed, so that's safe. And I went swimming in the lake, which is freezing cold. So now I'm attempting to warm up in the sun and read a little bit more of the Song of Achilles. So we'll see how that goes. So I just got home from my grandparents' house and I was outside reading for so long that I only have 20 pages left, but I wanted to go in and help with dinner. And oh my gosh, so much has happened. I think one of the things I'm really loving about the book is the fact that it is told from Patroclus' perspective, because it gives this like whole new view on like heroes and like looking at a warrior, because we're being told about this hero from the perspective of someone who loves him. So like to Patroclus, he's not necessarily like, you know, the son of a god, he's just a man who he loves. And to like see him lose Achilles piece by piece to the war is just heartbreaking, and that perspective that he's able to give into what that experience is like is oof, it's a lot. I do have to say I did have the ending, well, not like the ending, but like kind of one of the big things spoiled for me ahead of time. But I mean, also history and mythology has existed for so long that it's like not that surprising. I'm surprised that like Achilles' heel hasn't been mentioned. I feel like it's gonna come up very soon, but just like the whole like being dipped thing wasn't really brought up. Yeah, and I guess the other thing too was I never realized how long the war was at Troy, because at first I was like, is he really, like, is this myth really that he's gonna die at the age of 16? And then they're just there for like 10 years, which I guess means Patroclus and Achilles spend more time at Troy together than they did before. Lots of thoughts, lots of things about the story, but oh, I feel it in my heart, and I'm going to watch a bit of this concert by a cover band that's Dwayne Gretzky. They're doing a country set, so I walked in at not the best time because I'm not a huge fan of country music, but I had wanted to watch it earlier. I got the dates mixed up and thought it was yesterday, so I'm gonna watch some of it now and just breathe for a little bit and then finish the last 20 pages before bed. And I will probably do another little vlog of me reacting to the ending, so stay tuned for that. Okay, I got like a paragraph and a half in, and I just completely forgot about something that happened with Hector and Achilles just losing his goddamn mind. Also, can we just appreciate Patroclus? I don't fight. I don't know what his last name is. I don't fight Cleese? That kind of works for what I'm trying to say. Just like running in and being like, no, I'm gonna scale this cliff wall. But yeah, Achilles, oof. He's got some emotions, and he's found a very unique way of dealing with them. Okay, back to the last 20 pages. Well, I'm done. And I'm emotional. And sad. Ugh. There's nothing better than like hearing a book recommended a ton and then reading it and having it live up to the hype. It's very satisfying. Because there's nothing worse than seeing it recommended and then reading it and being like, why do people love this? But this book deserves all of the love that it gets and more. Patroclus, just that decision to tell the story from Patroclus' perspective, I could do an hour-long rant on. It's so brilliant and heartbreaking at the end. It's a lot. Oh, no crying. We're keeping the spoilers free, so I'm not gonna bother you too much more, but it's such a beautiful story about love and friendship and grief, and honestly, it does an amazing job with the whole chosen one narrative and like the pressure that it puts on someone to be this famous thing, if that famous thing is oftentimes like the destroyer of something bad. and the weight that that takes on you to be basically told that the only thing that you have been built for is to tear something else down, and how you lose pieces of yourself in that journey and the way that that impacts the people who love you. Oh, it's so good. So, to fill the hole, I'm going to go and finish reading the fan fiction that I was reading last week that includes, like, one of the characters is an actor and the other character is a classical historian, and they're on the film set of a film version that's very loosely based on, well, maybe not that loosely, based on the Song of Achilles, and I stopped reading it because I was like, I've already had one major thing spoiled for me. I don't want anything else ruined for me before I read this book. And I'm glad that I did that because now I can use the fic to fill the hole that this book has left in my heart. But yes, it is worth all of the hype. Please go out and read it and give it all of the love that it deserves. Madeline Miller, you may not spell your name right, but goddamn, can you write a good story?